It was Saturday night, right after the Knicks-Lakers game in New York. The Lakers won, big win for the Lakers. I was just really preparing for my flight to Bristol the next morning because it was a big trade deadline week, and obviously the De'Aaron Fox trade was heavy on my mind. Jimmy Butler getting traded was heavy on my mind. I was just preparing and getting myself ready for this flight in the morning, and it was about 11:05 when I got, this is what I call in MySpace a tip. You get tipped off on something. About 11:05, I got tipped off that there's something going on with the Lakers and Mavericks. And what's funny is a few days prior, Wednesday, I had heard that the Lakers and Mavs were talking about a trade, about a specific player. That player was not involved in the ultimate deal. It was clearly a great smokescreen, but I heard that there was conversations about a player. And so I dug on it. It was like, no, there's nothing going on there. I'm like, all right, it's probably just, going into the trade deadline for me, what I don't like to track is dead ends and
waste of time.
Waste of time. Yeah, I don't want to waste my time. I want to just track the things that I really have to put my mind to. So I felt like that was a dead end. I got told there's nothing going on. Cool, I move on. So that's where my mind went to. I'm like, oh, this is probably what this is. So you hear about one player. Obviously, wasn't LUKA or AD. You hear about this player getting traded here. I'm like, okay, interesting. And I'm digging more and more. By person 2, 3, I hear, Hood Schifino's going to Utah. It's a 3-team trade. Markieff Morris going to the Lakers too, and Maxi Kleber. And I'm like, I'm picking all these pieces apart, and I'm like, what's the trade? Like, what is going on here? And by the time I got to the 4th and 5th person, I got all the details of the trade. Made one more call. I'm like, I didn't even say on that call. I basically like, is this real? And the person's like, yeah, it's real.
Oh man.
And obviously my hands were shaking. You had to make sure like every detail was right. You had to make sure there was no typo. And I just remember like my hands were trembling. I didn't have a graphic to go with it because it was so sudden. Like you don't even have time to prep for it. It's not like you make a Luka Doncic graphic beforehand. You don't even know. And so by the time I heard about it to the time I put it out, probably 5 to 7 minutes went by. 5 confirmed sources on it, and then after that, my phone was a mess. I had up to like 300 text messages.
I was gonna say, who'd you answer?
I answered 5 people on phone calls. Text, I couldn't because it was just too many. Literally up to 300 messages. And everyone with the same message. Did you get hacked? Did you get hacked? Mm-hmm. Check your phone. You got hacked. Like everyone had the same response. Like people were like, are you okay? Did something happen? Who took your phone? Because everyone knows. I mean, I have my phone on me all the time.
The no graphic part is probably why most people thought you were hacked. Because usually there's a graphic with these trades.
Someone's like, post a video of yourself.
I think
to make sure
that was my tweet.
Alive.
That was my tweet.
Yeah, like I got so many crazy text messages, and I responded to like 5 people.